Good afternoon, Covidians, from a rather overcast Great Yarmouth with the washing machine going in the background. I'm happy to say that a friend of ours fixed my watch, and I know the time even as I'm talking to you now. It is 3:36. Yep. Well, what a fantastic afternoon it's been. Cloudy, miserable, and, well, but at least it's not raining, yeah, and at least I've been getting plenty of stuff done and really quite enjoying my life at the moment. A couple of worries I'm waiting on medically, a few tests going through, but whatever, you know, I have faith in God, I have faith in life, I want to live, and I want to enjoy the moment and be present with those whom I love and I know love me, and I wish you all the same. I had a couple of wonderful Father's Day presents from my boys Simon and Max, both of which I've shown on my Facebook page. It's well, it's probably better being alive now than being in Normandy and storming the beaches with all those people from all around the world who fought to free the world from fascism. I thank them and will always do so for their sacrifices. Some of them gave literally all, including their lives. Some, as we know from all wars, were seriously wounded, seriously injured. Their lives were changed forever, and that is still happening, obviously, to people who fight in wars and for other reasons as well across the world. Yeah, but the horror of war, obviously, is something that, well, I've never been involved in one, but the more I hear about it, the more I read about it, I think we as humanity must continue to strive for peace and reconciliation and other ways to settle our conflicts. I talk there about defeating the horror that is fascism. Sadly, we have leaders now in Boris Johnson, Michael Gove, Matt Hancock, and all the other corrupt Tories that lead our country, who, frankly, in my opinion, have embraced the, quote, virtues or methods of fascism. I really and truly do believe that. The more I look at what these people are doing to other people, the more I despair. I despair that a country like ours has slid so far to the right in their politics. Yeah? The media has now been so controlled by people with right-wing fascistic beliefs, by nasty, cruel people, by people who don't want to help but would rather punish. I'm worried, obviously. I'm worried that people can't see it. I'm worried that people cannot understand. We are not being governed anymore. We are being ruled with a fascist rod of iron. Suddenly things are not debated, not decided. They're ruled upon. Suddenly laws are passed and whatever with no appropriate consultation or anything like that, no research and whatever, and it's just like on the say-so of one person. The descent into fascism was so obvious. Just take Germany in the 1930s. And even if you take the Far East, the Japanese imperialism and Japanese fascism before their invasion of China and things like the rape of Nanking. Look at how those societies descended into fascism, agreed to it. And it's friendly fascism that the Tories are now using. Look how fascists always find scapegoats. Look how the government scapegoat the sick and the disabled. Look how the government scapegoat those people without a job, unable to get work. Look how they pour scorn on the low-paid, the unemployed, the old. Look what they did when dealing with COVID, Look how much money they offered to private individuals like Dido Harding, who did virtually nothing, Look at how corrupt they are. Fascists and fascist leaders are generally corrupt. Look how it's jobs for the boys. That was exactly true when the Nazis came to power. Look how look at what the government are doing with regards to our human rights. Look how they're trying to strip us of these rights. Look how they demonise people. Look at their attitude towards immigration. Look at also, Priti Patel having actually been convicted by a court of housing asylum seekers in dreadful, inhumane conditions. That woman is evil. And a lot of what is behind the way Tories do things is evil. It's absolutely evil. Look how they're still supplying equipment, arms, ammunition, even drones to Israel. Look what Israel is doing to the Palestinian people in the land of Palestine that belongs to them, but was gifted to Israel through things like the 1948 Balfour Declaration. Look what they're doing. Look how the Tories support so many right-wing fascist regimes around the globe. Look how little they care for the ordinary person, the small person, we'll call them the man or woman in the street. They only care that you can work for a pittance and help make them and their cronies very rich. Look at the idea of one law for us that they show constantly and another for everybody else. Look at all the toffs packed in Ascot with their top hats on and their sort of their Ascot kit, and the ladies with their Ascot hats and Ascot outfits and everything. Look at them all packed in, cheek by jowl, expensive pampered cheek by expensive pampered jowl. And look at ordinary people made to socially distance by huge distances at football matches or something like that. One rule for them, another for the rest of us. That's really clear, isn't it? And the sad thing is, people, no one lifts a finger now. They don't. But I tell you this, and I've been warning you of it for ages, all of you people who think you're doing fine under the Tories, it's all really, really nice. It's great. The orders are rolling in and everything. Your business is going to be doing well. You can pay petty wages to your employees. You've got now the ability to hire and fire at will. You can just get rid of somebody because you just don't like the sound of their voice or something, yeah? Well, you know, all of those of you that think you're going to be doing okay and it's going to be great after COVID, the new normal's going to be great, yeah? Well, once the Tories have come for those of us nearer the bottom, the weakest, the oldest, the sickest, those who are badly paid, once they've come for us and taken everything off of us, yeah, cut our benefits, made old people pay for their health care by selling their houses, yeah? Well, once they've come for us, they're going to be coming for you. The next level up, yeah? They'll come for you, and they'll start taking what you've got. They'll start taking what you've worked for. They'll stop supporting you. You're the next tier they're coming from, yeah? Coming for, I should say. And until in the end, there are just two classes of people in this country. The super, ultra rich and the dirt poor. The people eating from food banks, who knows, maybe eventually eating from bins, if they're not now, and the super rich, who this country is run for. Stand up, for crying out loud. Stand up. The NHS who are doing all these tests and whatever for me, and it's nearly gone. It's nearly privatised. Stand up. Fight back. Black Lives Matter. Yeah, sure, all lives matter, but particularly Black Lives Matter. And look at how the racists are being triggered by somebody who takes the knee at a football match. Well, that's it, folks. Just a bit of an update, really. Nothing specific, but just to say I'm still here, I'm still alive, I'm still kicking, and life is good.